Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it?
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history?
Hey, welcome back. How y'all doing? You are now tuned into Our Hidden History radio show.
Aha! Yes, D.
We are back.
Welcome back.
All praises, man. We're back.
It's been a week and we miss you, D.
Really? Has it?
For real, man.
Oh, gosh.
Sundays can't come fast enough, D.
Oh, man.
Hey, Capo, where you at, Cap?
Cap, man.
Captain Joel, where you at?
Absentee host.
He about to
snap the mic.
Now he about to pop up on us real quick.
What's going on? But yeah. We're back. Continuing on into the Greek captivity. We left off from Alchemist. That dude was the worst. The line of the high priest, worst guy ever. Alchemist, seeking power. All right.
Yeah, I think if you want to get Dick upset, man, just use that name.
Alchemist. Yeah, that dude makes my stomach hurt.
Hey, hate that nigga. Hey, I don't want to get my audience upset. IT, please cue the music.
Yeah,
Because we might get one of those moments today.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna be all right, man. I'm gonna be a better man today. I'm being better. I'm being better, man. I'm doing better.
Thinking you dying daily, man.
I'm dying hourly, man, but it's all right.
I see improvement.
Yeah. All praises, man. Let me get 1 Maccabees 7:23. All right. 1 Maccabees 7:23. Shout outs to Patient Saints Radio, man. That episode was hilarious, man. That was going in.
That's funny.
That crazy, man.
Do that Japanese thing.
I was going in on Moab and Ammon, man. Dude said flapjacks and gravy. Y'all crazy, man. We're in 1 Maccabees 7 and 23. We're going to read down to 38.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 23. Now when Judas saw all the mischief that Alchemist and his company had done among the Israelites, even above the heathen.
So this dude was an Israelite himself of the line of Aaron, and he was the worst. So much the worst that he was even doing us worse than the heathen was doing us. Go ahead.
He went out into all the coasts of Judea round about, and took vengeance of them that had revolted from him, so that they durst no more go forth into the country.
You kept us from coming back home. Go ahead.
On the other side, when Alchemist saw that Judas and his company had gotten the upper hand, and knew that he was not able to abide their force, he went again to the king, and said all the worst of them that he could.
This guy ran to the white man and started slandering his own people. Go ahead.
Then the king sent Nicanor.
There go Nicanor again. Remember, we read last week about how Nicanor's relationship between him and Judas went from good to bad. All right? Based upon him being, his hand being forced. All right? Even though he was already a heathen to begin with, so that was inevitable. But Nicanor gained a strong hatred for the Jews. Go ahead.
Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honorable princes, a man that bare deadly hate unto Israel,
Deadly hate. Go ahead.
with commandment to destroy the people. So Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a great force, and sent unto Judas and his brethren deceitfully with friendly words, saying, Let there be no battle between me and you. I will come with a few men, that I may see you in peace. He came therefore to Judas, and they saluted one another peaceably. Howbeit, the enemies were prepared to take away Judas by violence. Which thing, after it was known to Judas, to wit, that he came unto him with deceit, he was sore afraid of him, and would see his face no more. Nicanor also, when he saw that his counsel was discovered, went out to fight against Judas beside Kaphar Saloma, where there were plain of Nicanor's side, about 5,000 men.
Did we read this already?
Yes, sir.
Did we read that Nicanor got put to death?
No,
No, sir. We haven't read that. The last we read was him pointing his finger at the temple.
Right.
All right, so go to 1 Maccabees 7, jump to 39. Let me see what that is.
Yes, sir. Verse 39. So Nicanor went out of Jerusalem and pitched his tents in Beth-horon, where an host out of Syria met him. But Judas pitched in Adassa with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Lord, when they that were sent from the king of the Assyrians blasphemed, thy angel went out and smote 185,000 of them. Even so, destroy thou this host before us this day, that the rest may know that he have spoken blasphemy against thy sanctuary, and judge thou him according to his wickedness. So the 13th day of the month Adar, the host joined battle, but Nicanor's host was discomforted, and he himself was first slain in the battle.
We got put to death first in the battle. Nicanor. We finally got him. Go ahead, run in his mouth. Go ahead.
Now when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled. Then they pursued after them a day's journey from Adassa unto Gazara, sounding an alarm after them with their trumpets. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea round about, and closed them in,
Damn.
so that they
turning back upon them that pursued them, were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was
He
left.
killed them all. Go ahead. Killed his whole army. Go ahead.
Afterwards, they took the spoils and the prey, and smote off Nicanor's head and his right hand, which he stretched out so proudly.
See, we petty. Israel, we petty, man. You run your mouth, you're gonna do some bad things to your body, man. We gonna disrespect your body, man. Cut your head off, cut your right hand off. Cut your head off, cut your right hand off and run your mouth. Go ahead.
Which he stretched out so proudly, and brought them away, and hanged them up toward Jerusalem.
And we hung them up too. Hung his head and his hand up for everybody to see. Go ahead.
For this cause the people rejoiced greatly, and they kept that day a day of great gladness. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar.
This is known as the Feast of Nicanor. The Feast of Nicanor. So we take great pride and joy in killing this dude, hanging his head and right hand up against for everybody to see. It didn't say we were disgusted. It said we rejoiced. We were happy to see it. That goes for men, women, and children. Look, son. Look at Nicanor's head and hand, one in his mouth. Oh, wow, look that. Wow, that's cool, Daddy. We didn't care about that type of stuff. That didn't move us emotionally. And we will do so again. Go to 2 Maccabees 15. We read past this. Oh, we read all past this. Go to. I know. You know what? I know exactly where we're at. Go to first Maccabees 7:50. That's where we're at now. Go to first Maccabees 7:50. That's we finished all of this. Now I remember. Now I should have marked it. I didn't mark it. I forgot to mark it. Go to first Maccabees 7:50.
Yes, sir. Thus, 1 Maccabees 7, verse 50. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while.
Go ahead. Oh,
Read
read it again.
Yes, sir. Verse 50. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while.
We got rid of Nicanor. We was cool for a while. We was at peace for a while. It was all good. Next chapter.
1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 1. Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans.
So now we have, during Antiochus' reign, you had a group of people called Edomites known as the Romans. The Romans are now rising into power now, gaining their status, establishing the dominion on the earth now. This is the fourth beast. Go ahead.
That they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. And that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts, which they had done among the Galatians.
The Greeks, go ahead.
And how they had conquered them, and brought them under tribute.
Brought them under tribute, go ahead.
And what they had done in the country of Spain.
What they had done in the country of Spain was they defeated Hannibal. Spain was Hannibal's stronghold. Okay, he killed Hannibal's brother, took over, they conquered him. Of course, they conquered him, whatever, out of Italy, conquered us out of Italy, conquered us out of Spain. So once Rome, which was a republic at the time, when let's read again, verse 3 again.
Yes, sir. And what they had done in the country of Spain.
Watch this.
For the winning
of the what?
For the winning.
The what?
The winning.
Winning, because they conquered Hannibal. This right here, this chapter and verse, is a direct reference to the Punic Wars. The Punic or Hebrew Wars between the Romans and Hannibal and his family. Hasdrubal, Mago, Hamilcar, Hannibal. All right? You had Hasdrubal the Great. I think it was two Hasdrubals.
Yes.
Two Hasdrubals. His brother's one, his brother-in-law is the other. So they had a sister too. But the point is that these men were defeated, and we had gold and silver mines in Spain. And once Rome conquered Hannibal during the Second Punic War, they won those mines. And that's a lot of money. Read again.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. And what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold which is there.
Once Rome won those mines, Rome became wealthy enough to become an empire. So conquering Hannibal made Rome officially an empire, or what we will call today a superpower, based upon wealth.
Imperial Rome.
Imperial Rome. That's what it became. Imperial Rome. Okay, so once again, based upon the backs of black folks. All right, robbing our people and taking the money and using it to establish their wealth. Same thing all over again. All right, read on.
Verse 4. And that by their policy.
By their what?
By their policy.
By their policy or their politics. Go ahead.
And patience, they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them.
Because they would conquer a place far from them or near to them. They conquered it because their army was vast, massive. I'm going to read this again another time, but there's a reason behind why I'm reading this. Go ahead.
And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost parts of the earth, till they had discomfited them, and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year.
They conquered everybody, including the Greeks.
Beside this, how they had discomfited in battle Philip and Perseus, king of the Kittims, with others that lifted up themselves against them, and had overcome them. How also Antiochus, the great king of Asia.
Antiochus, the great king of Asia, is Antiochus III. This is Antiochus Epiphanes, his father. Antiochus Epiphanes is Antiochus IV. His father was the Great, known as Antiochus III, the Great. Read again.
How also Antiochus the great, king of Asia, that came against them in battle, having 120 elephants, with horsemen and chariots, and a very great army, was discomfited by them.
He lost two. Go ahead.
And how they took him alive, and covenanted that he and such as reigned after him should pay a great tribute, and give hostages, and that which was agreed upon.
Because Antiochus the Great sought counsel from Hannibal. Hannibal again. Hannibal was his counsel on how to defeat Rome. Once Rome figured out that he had Hannibal to help him or ally with him on how to defeat Rome, they said, listen, give us Hannibal. But Hannibal escaped. They said, okay, if you can't give us Hannibal, we're going to punish you for cooperating with him, trying to defeat us. Because remember, Hannibal was their mortal enemy. Okay? So they basically put a penalty on him that will last him for generations. From him, passed down to his kids and his kids' kids. All right? That's what ended up happening. Okay? So read on.
Verse 8. And the country of India and Media.
He conquered Persia. He conquered India. Conquered Media, Iran. Go ahead.
And Lydia. And of the goodliest countries which they took of him, and gave to King Eumenes.
Damn, go ahead. So they took his the lands from Antiochus the Great and gave them to the kingdom, King Eumenes, under them.
Verse 9. Moreover, how the Grecians had determined to come and destroy them.
They tried.
And that they, having knowledge thereof, sent against them a certain captain, and fighting with them slew many of them, and carried away captives their wives and their children.
Damn.
And spoiled them, and took possession of their lands, and pulled down their strongholds, and brought them to be their servants unto this day.
So Jewish Maccabees had heard about how tough and wise the Romans were. This what's happening is Judas had to figure out, these Greeks keep attacking us. We need an enemy. There's an expression. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, or the lesser of two evils. So the Greeks were trying to force themselves upon us. Their ideals, their religions, their politics. Rome was more, if you help them militarily, they would help you, but that you have your freedom, give you your religious freedom. So Judas said, okay, Judas said, hey, listen, lesser of two evils. If I can side with Rome, they'll aid us against the Greeks, and we can live freely under our laws. So Judas is studying the Romans. Go ahead.
It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them.
Mm-hmm.
But with their friends and such as relied upon them,
Mm-hmm.
they kept amity. And that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, and so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign.
Right, whoever they put in place to rule,
And whom again they displace.
they kill. Like America does. America puts up, it's called puppet leaders. They'll kill one and set up another that rules under their own ideals. Go ahead.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was clothed in purple, to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made...
I'm going to show you how America's an extension of Rome. Watch this real quick. Hold on. See if I can find it, this video real quick. Shout out to Yediah. Brother Yediah sent me this video way back from Ohio. I figure I'll use it because he always sends me stuff hoping I use it. So I'm going to use this one. Let me see if I can find it first.
And Deacon, also, I have a page also for verses, going back to verses 6 and 7.
Okay. Share this. 1 second. All right, it's in the group me. Oh, no, it'll cut it. I'll send it to the group me. I mean, to the Telegram, because it'll cut it in half. So I'm going to send it to, or forward it to, I guess, Philly Camp.
Yes, sir.
All right, I sent it there. Let you know these guys they know America is an extension of Rome. Whom they would, they put in power. Whom they would, they displace. Watch this.
Humanity. You would have listened to what...
Hey, yeah, run it back.
If you cared about humanity, you would have listened to what Joe Rogan said and went, we should look into that. We should look into how Joe Rogan cured COVID. But rather, people are wrapped up, watching the news, listening to their stars, because that's the way you've been programmed your whole life. We're still in the Roman Empire, baby.
Boom.
Feed them and entertain them just enough, and we shall control them through fear. And they will do whatever we want. We have a dictator situation.
So the guy made it clear we are in Rome again. This is America is an extension of Rome. Most people who are intelligent and read enough and do their research understand this. America is an extension of Rome. You got it in the back of your dollar bill, the Roman numerals, the architecture of America, the White House, all these different things. It's all based upon Roman infrastructure. The governmental power itself is all Greco-Roman. The democracy itself was born in Athens.
Right.
It's a republic. America to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. That's Roman ideology. Okay? Got something up there, Jez?
Yes, sir. So this is a page going back to verse 6 and 7. Read that again.
Yes, sir.
Off Abaddon.
First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 6. How also Antiochus, the great king of Asia, that came against them in battle, having 120 elephants with horsemen and chariots, and a very great army, was discomforted by them, and how they took him alive, and covenanted that he and such as reigned after him should pay a great tribute, and give hostages, and that which was agreed upon.
So I have a page here that goes into detail. Like Deacon brought it out briefly how Hannibal counseled Antiochus against how to defeat Rome. But this is what happened in detail between these two verses. Pull it up. Oh man, I just had it up.
Oh gosh, blame Abaddon. Let's blame Abaddon for what's going on.
Yo,
I accept that.
put incense right in front of Abaddon.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do it.
Damn. Oh, I think I heard that.
Don't do it, please.
That was that trip after where?
Oh man.
Y'all good? All right. Just hold the book until we. Just hold the book. All right, so just hold on to it. All right, so it says, go up some. Right there. All right, so it says, in consultation which rupted by the death of in consultation which he held respecting the prosecution of the Roman war, Hannibal advised him, going into Antiochus, to march immediately to Italy, where the Romans could be most easily conquered. But the Roman ambassadors by their frequent and crafty visits to Hannibal, had succeeded in exciting the suspicions of the king against him, and his judicious counsel was not valued according to its merits. So what happened is Hannibal was counseling him to how to defeat the Romans. All right, well, let's see what happened. Go down. All right, it says, in Anatolia, he held another consultation respecting his future undertakings. And Hannibal again insisted that the war ought to have been commenced in Italy. But as circumstances then stood, he advised that a fleet should be sent to cruise on the Italian coast and employ the Romans at home until the remaining troops of Antiochus should arrive, and that he should then pass over into Italy with all his forces. But Antiochus, out of pride and jealousy, lest he should be obliged to share with Hannibal the glory of success, refused to adopt his judicious plan.
Right, so he ain't want no black man getting any kind of credit or having to share any credit for his conquests of any kind.
The hell is this?
So it says, I'm going to jump down. The rejection of the counsels of Hannibal, who was so well acquainted with the Romans, would of itself have been sufficient to ruin the fortunes of Antiochus. But this monarch was no longer the active and prudent man he had formerly been. He took up his winter quarters at Chalcis. All right, so that's going into Hannibal, how he ended up in his later years,
right,
and how he died or whatever.
Exile, pretty much. Yeah, on the run. So it shows you how Hannibal was advising Antiochus, and he didn't want to listen because he had pride on him. All right, and when the Romans found out about that, it's okay. You want to work with this dude? Okay, we gotta penalize you and your family. You know, hold your children for your family hostage until you pay every last bit of money that you owe us for doing that. All right? So where we at?
Verse 14. First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 14. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Go ahead.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house.
Does America have a Senate house? Yes, it does. America has a Senate. Go ahead.
Wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people.
Democracy. Go ahead.
To the end they might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year.
That's called the president. And in America, it's every 4 years. Go ahead.
Who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
Eventually there was. Go ahead.
In consideration of these things, Judas chose Eupolemus, the son of John, the son of Achus, and Jason, the son of Eleazar, and sent them to Rome to make a league of amity and confederacy with them.
So he sent Eupolemus, and he sent Jason to go as ambassadors on his behalf to set up a covenant with Rome. Go ahead.
And to entreat them that they would take the yoke from them. For they saw that the kingdom of the Grecians did oppress Israel with servitude. They went therefore to Rome, which was a very great journey, and came into the Senate, where they spake and said, Judas Maccabeus, with his brethren, and the people of the Jews, have sent us unto you to make a confederacy and peace with you, and that we might be registered your confederates and friends, so that matter pleased the Romans well. And this is a copy of the epistle, which the Senate wrote back again in table of brass and sent to Jerusalem, that there they might have by them a memorial of peace and confederacy. Good success be to the Romans and to the people of the Jews, by sea and by land forever. The sword also and enemy be far from them.
What?
If there come first any war upon the Romans or any of their confederates throughout all their dominion, the people of the Jews shall help them, as the time shall be appointed with all their heart.
So the agreement was if Rome has a war, the Jews come and assist. If you Jews have war, the Romans will come and assist. Go ahead.
Neither shall they give anything unto them that make war upon them, or aid them with victuals, weapons, money, or ships, as it hath seemed good unto the Romans. But they shall keep their covenants without taking anything therefore.
So we don't take anything from your enemies. You don't take anything from ours. That's the agreement. You don't take any victuals or any assistance from our enemies, We don't take any victuals or assistance from your enemies. Go ahead.
In the same manner also, if war come first upon the nation of the Jews, the Romans shall help them with all their heart, according as the time shall be appointed them. Neither shall victuals be given to them that take part against them, or weapons, or money, or ships, as it have seemed good to the Romans, but they shall keep their covenants, and that without deceit.
Come on.
According to these articles, did the Romans make a covenant with the people of the Jews.
Boom. So a covenant was established between the Jews and the Romans at this point. This is the beginning of the covenant established between the Jews and the Romans, which would eventually be broken once you had Titus and Vespasian and General Pompey set foot in the scene. Let's read on.
Howbeit, if hereafter the one party or the other shall think meet to add or diminish anything, they may do it at their pleasures, and whatsoever they shall add or take away shall be ratified. And as touching the evils that Demetrius doeth to the Jews.
Yes, Demetrius is King Demetrius of the Greeks. King Demetrius. Go ahead.
We have written unto him, saying, Wherefore hast thou made thy yoke heavy upon our friends and confederates the Jews? If therefore they complain any more against thee, we will do them justice and fight with thee by sea and by land.
Those of y'all who are confused behind who Demetrius is the guy that killed Antiochus, Eupator, and Lysias. He was the son, I believe, of Seleucus. I believe. Yes, he was Seleucus' son. This is Antiochus Epiphanes, his nephew. And he killed his uncle's son or his cousin and his protector and took over the throne. But the throne was rightfully his. Okay? Before Antiochus killed his brother and took it. So read on.
First Maccabees chapter 9 and verse 1.
Hold on. I want 9. 1 second. Give me Daniel 11:20. We're going to go backwards now. Because I stopped, when I read Daniel, I stopped at Daniel 11:20 regarding Seleucus, Philopator, the guy, collector of taxes. Mm-hmm. I remember that? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to go back to Daniel 11:20 again and recap on everything we just read, because Daniel documented almost everything we read in Maccabees and the wars between these two families, Ptolemies and the Seleucids, Seleucid dynasty. Daniel 11:20.
The book of Daniel, chapter 11 and verse 20. Then shall stand up in his estate a raiser of taxes.
This is Seleucus the fourth Philopator. Okay, Seleucus the fourth Philopator. That's what this is. Go ahead.
In the glory of the kingdom, but within few days he shall be destroyed.
And this Seleucus is the father of Demetrius, we just read about earlier. Okay, and his brother was Antiochus Epiphanes. That's his brother. Okay. And remember, Seleucus had a son named Antiochus who reigned for 5 years, and Antiochus Epiphanes killed him. And then he basically got Antiochus Epiphanes out of being a hostage at Rome by trading Demetrius, his son, for Antiochus Epiphanes, his freedom. So Demetrius got taken as a hostage instead, and he got his brother out of Rome in exchange with his son. Then that, of course, Antiochus killed. Seleucus died. Antiochus took over, killed his son and his protector or mentor, took over the throne, and of course he died from the Most High gave him a plague. He died. His son took over. Antiochus Eupator, with the help of Lysias, took over, and then of course Demetrius and Seleucus's son or Antiochus's nephew comes back from being hostage at Rome and kills Antiochus Eupator and Lysias and takes over. And he's just as evil and wicked as hell as his uncle was, Okay? So read on.
Yes, sir. But within few days he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle.
Because the Heliodorus, who was his tax collector, who was the guy who was his official tax collector, he got beat up by angels. Remember that? Heliodorus, he sent Heliodorus to collect taxes from the temple. Right. And the angels came and whipped his ass. And then he came back feeling some type of way, and he poisoned Seleucus. Okay? Poisoned. That's why he didn't die in fury or battle, because he died from poison. He didn't die in battle. So that's Daniel prophesying of how that king would die. Crazy. Read on.
And in his estate shall stand up a vile person to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom.
Because he would steal it by killing the son, killing the rightful heir. Go ahead.
But he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flattery.
By flatteries means bribery. Briberies, by bribery. So and this vile person here is Antiochus Epiphanes. That's who this is referring to. Go ahead.
And with the arms of a flood shall they be overthrown from before him.
They be overflown is referring to his enemies, and that also includes Israel too, his military. Go ahead.
And shall be broken, yea, also the prince of the covenant. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully.
The league made with him is referring to the league he made with a guy named Ptolemy Philometor the sixth. Ptolemy or Ptolemaeus Philometor the sixth. He made a league with that guy, another king of the south. Remember, he's king of the north. So he made a league with king of the south, Ptolemaeus or Ptolemy Philometor the sixth. Go ahead.
And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people.
Because there was an internal fighting going on among the Ptolemaic family. You had Ptolemy the sixth and his wife Cleopatra, sister wife Cleopatra, and he had a brother named Ptolemy, I believe, the seventh. Okay, and he also was married to Cleopatra too. These all the Cleopatras are white girls. Okay, these Cleopatras are all Greek women. They're not black women. These are Edomites ruling over Africa with these names. Cleopatra was not a black woman. She was a Greek woman. Okay? So read again. And so this guy right here, this guy, Ptolemy Philometor the sixth, the first Cleopatra, her name was Cleopatra of Syra. That's the first Cleopatra, his mother. Okay? This guy is the first Cleopatra. He is the son of the first Cleopatra. Her name was Cleopatra the first of Syra, Syra. Okay, this is his mom right here. All right, read again.
And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people.
Deceitfully because he wanted the whole Egyptian realm to himself. Remember, the entire Seleucid families and the Ptolemaic families were constantly fighting over land. Antiochus was very, very crafty, very slick. He'd get real close to you, intermarry you into your family with his kids and so forth, and then eventually overthrow you from the inside. Antiochus is very, very deceptive, very cunning, very crafty. He was a snake.
Snake, right.
A freaking snake. Right, go ahead.
He shall enter peaceably, even upon the fattest places of the province, and he shall do that which his fathers have not done.
Right, which is conquer far and wide, further than they did. Go ahead.
Nor his fathers' fathers. He shall scatter among them the prey, and spoil, and riches. Yea, and he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds, even for a time.
Forecast means he gonna think thoughts on how to conquer people and be successful in doing it for a certain time until he got taken out the way. Regarding the Ptolemies and Israel. Go ahead, later on.
And he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south.
That goes back to Ptolemy Philometor. Go ahead, the sixth.
With a great army. And the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army. But he shall not stand.
Because Antiochus took over and made him a puppet leader. Okay, and the people got mad when the people heard in Egypt that Antiochus Epiphanes had basically made Ptolemy VI a puppet leader. They revolted and they refused to allow Ptolemy VI as the king. So they made his brother Ptolemy VII, I believe, his brother in his place. All right, and then eventually there was a bunch of beef. There was a bunch of beef going on among the Ptolemaic families. To sum it all up, all right, and Antiochus is in the middle of it. Go ahead, trying to get in and take over. Go ahead.
But he shall not stand, for they shall forecast devices against him.
Go ahead.
Yea, they that feed of the portion of his meat shall destroy him.
They that feed of the portion, those who eat at his table, meaning Antiochus, will destroy him, take over, make a league with him, and then conquer him secretly. Go ahead.
And his army shall overflow, and many shall fall down slain.
Because there was a war going on, and Antiochus is in the middle of it, and he took over and conquered Ptolemy VI and made him his little puppet king. Go ahead.
And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief.
Both of these guys are mischievous. Go ahead.
And they shall speak lies at one table.
They're going to speak lies together and work together and lead one table. Go ahead.
But it shall not prosper. For yet the end shall be at the time appointed.
Right, it's not going to be forever. Go ahead.
Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant.
Right, so after he conquers Egypt, or part of it at least, he ends up turning his eyes onto us. Go ahead.
And he shall do exploits and return to his own land.
Mm-hmm.
At the time appointed he shall return and come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former.
So he's going to return back to Egypt and try to take over the rest of the land he got. Remember, he got a puppet king over there. He's going to try to come there and try a second time. But what happens? Read on.
But it shall not be as the former or as the latter.
It won't be as before he was successful, or it happened again, or later on. Go ahead.
For the ships of Kittim.
The ships of Kittim is going into Rome. The Romans, the ships of Kittim, Rome, going back to 1 Maccabees 8. Go ahead.
Shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant.
The ships of Rome is going into a general by the name of, his name is Popilius Laenus. Popilius Laenus. He checked them for Rome. He was the general of Rome. He said, listen, man, you don't belong here. Rome got this part of the land. You gotta get up out of here, beat it. And he had to go. So Popilius Laenus, whatever the hell his name is, that's the guy that told Antiochus, yo, turn it back around and kick rocks. Get up out of here. All right, read it again.
For the ships of Kittim shall come against him.
Popilius Laenus, go ahead.
Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant.
Against Israel, go ahead. You're going to take it out on us now. Take it out on us now, go ahead.
So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
And he shall have what?
And have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
Who's the intelligence he had with? Jason, Menelaus, Simon, alchemists. That's the intelligence he had. These guys, he was in contact with these guys.
So the intelligence is that they...
Well, not more so alchemists. I believe primarily Jason, Simon, and Menelaus. These three niggas. Those three are they're the worst, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The worst. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where the music at, man?
No, I don't need it.
You got to bring it out, D.
I don't need it, man. What you saying?
No, you gotta be on point. You see, when you ask, you lose the momentum, man.
Right.
Oh man.
What I was saying, the intelligence goes into the fact that they were like informers of bringing our nation. So the intelligence,
our weaknesses.
Our weaknesses. They was bringing it to him, to the king.
Right.
That's the intelligence.
Yeah. Go ahead.
An arm shall stand on.
Wait. Where was you at?
Verse 30. I'm on verse 31 now.
And intelligence, and have intelligence. Give me that part again. And have intelligence.
Yes, sir. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
Need the next verse. Go ahead.
An arm shall stand on his part.
The arms of those who the arms is going into our people, the wicked of our people. Go ahead.
And they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength.
They is referring to Jason, going back to 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 9 and down. Y'all remember that? We read that countless times regarding Jason's actions, building the gymnasium, made him wear a hat, basically made us sports athletes. Okay? Athletes. Go ahead.
And shall take away the daily sacrifice.
Because most of the priests were involved in this act of evil. Jason, go ahead.
And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
And the Edomites put themselves and step themselves inside of our temple and put idols there. But the abomination that makes desolate, that's them. Them and their idols alone. Them and their idols are an abomination that makes desolate. Go ahead.
And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries.
Hold on a second. Get 2 Maccabees 4:9. Just so we can go back to it. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries, mean by bribery. Jason wanted to be what? A high priest. Simon wanted to be what? High priest. Menelaus wanted to be what? High priest. Flatteries, bribery, money.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 9. Beside this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise, and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus.
Go ahead.
Which when the king had granted, and had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion.
That's the intelligence. Go ahead.
And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus.
Remember this guy? This is the guy that Judas sent to go talk to the Romans to make amity with them. It's the same guy. Go ahead.
Who went ambassador to Rome
Right, go ahead.
for amity and aid. He took away.
He got rid of him. He said, "Get this guy out of here." Now he didn't kill him, but he told him, "Get him out of here. Remove him from that position. Take him out of that position of power to talk to the Romans." Go ahead.
And putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law.
Damn. Go ahead.
For he built gladly a place of
A
exercise
gym.
under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat.
Made them wear the flash hat, the yarmulke, the kufi. All right. That's the man wear. Go ahead.
Said the chief young men.
The chief young men. Right.
Had to be the grimy ones.
Oh gosh. Go ahead.
Chief grimy.
Damn.
Oh,
No punting.
verse 13.
I wasn't involved in that.
Oh, snap.
I'm doing better. Verse 13.
Every time you read the scripture, you get something different.
Yeah, you get something different out of it.
Praise
Yeah.
the Most High.
I didn't say it. All praises.
Oh, it was a double meaning.
yeah. You already know.
I'm being a better person. Verse 13.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and increase of heathenish
Because
manners.
behind the fashions of the Greeks comes behind a what? A heathenish manner or behavior comes behind the fashion. Go ahead.
Through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
Watch this.
That the priest had no courage to serve any more at the altar.
Going back to the what? The prince. That's the prince is that what? That forsook the Holy Covenant back in Daniel. Daniel's seeing all of this in the spirit. And he's writing it in vast, clear, concise detail. Long before Greece even came into existence. Long before there was a Rome. Daniel's writing this stuff down during the Babylonian captivity. Greece came in 333. He wrote this during what? 500, 200 years before.
Right.
We're talking 200 years before it took place. Daniel is giving us concise, clear detail of what will take place. Not only between of the temple being defiled when he's long gone, dead and gone, but then Rome taking over. Families killing each other, Ptolemies and Seleucids. Detail fighting over our land. 2 families. He gave a whole long list of families, not by name, but by actions, leading up to what? Us unto the temple being defiled. It's crazy. Go ahead.
That the priests had no courage to serve any more at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
In the gym.
After the game of discus,
They played discus in a giant gym. Go ahead.
called them forth,
Go ahead.
not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Go back to Daniel 11 now. Daniel, what was that?
Verse
11.
30. Yes, sir.
So Daniel's did all this down, man. This is crazy.
Daniel chapter 11 and verse 31. And arms shall stand on his part.
Arms is going into we read earlier. The priests that had no courage to serve at the altar anymore. That desired the Greeks more than their own forefathers' actions or duties. Duties, go ahead.
And they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice.
So we read earlier. Just read that a few seconds ago on Maccabees. Go ahead.
And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
Idols in the temple. Go ahead. Defile it. Go ahead.
And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flattery.
Right. They became athletes. Money, fame, women, wealth, power. In the game of discus, they became athletes, stars. Young men, older men, they became high priests based upon the highest bidder. Flatteries goes into briberies. Go ahead.
But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits.
But those who chose not to fall behind that will know God and do exploits. I mean, they'll find ways to escape, run away, revolt, rebel. Go ahead.
And they that understand among the people shall instruct many.
Get 1 Maccabees 2:42. They that understand among the people shall instruct many is going into who? Read that.
First Maccabees, chapter 2,
Verse 42.
and verse 42.
Bring it out.
Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians.
Of who?
Of Assyrians.
Assyrians. That's them right there. These are the Assyrians. It says, "Then they that understand among the people shall instruct many." These are those are the ones who were devoutly, who were devoted law keepers. Okay? Modern term, we call them legalists. You call us the legalists today, or Judaizers today. Commandment keepers. That's what these guys were. Okay? Read again.
Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians, who were mighty men of Israel, even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the
The
law.
law. See that? There you go. The word Assyrian goes into it means the righteous or pious ones. The righteous ones or the pious ones. So it means Hasidian. They're called Hasidians or Chassidim. Chassidim with a CH or Hasidim. Okay, or Assyrians. The pious ones or the righteous ones. Or the righteous. Go back to verse 33.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 33. And they that understand among the people shall instruct
This
many.
is going into Matthias and going into the Assyrians that assisted him. That's what it's going into. They that understand among the people shall instruct many is going into Matthias and the Assyrians that assisted him. Go ahead.
Yet they shall fall by the sword,
Some of those who stood devout to the law were killed by the sword. Go ahead.
and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days.
They were set on fire. They were drowned, burned, hung, all the above. Go ahead. Thrown off the wall. Go ahead.
Deacon, that goes back to them that went and fight on the Sabbath, right?
Yep, them. They got burned alive. Those two got burned alive. Them, 1,000 of them. Go ahead.
Now when they shall fall, they shall be hoping with a little help.
That little help is Judas Maccabees, the Hasmonean sons. Judas Maccabees is a little help. Go ahead.
But many shall cleave to them with flatteries.
Many shall, but even though Maccabees had people among them fighting with him, some of them fought for opportunity. You had a lot of traitors among Judas as well, or Matthias. A lot of them were not sincerely following us. They said they'll cleave unto us they'll cleave unto us based upon opportunities until we kill their ass. You felt, you a traitor? Stab. We ain't play with them. All right, go ahead.
And some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end.
And some of them are what? Read again.
And some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them, and to purge, and to make them white.
Hold on. I left something out about them doing exploits. Give me Daniel 8:11 real fast. Yes, sir. Regarding them being strong in verse 32 and doing exploits. I want to deal with that part real quick. Give me Daniel 8:11.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host.
That's the prince of the host of the priests that neglected the sacrifices back in 2 Maccabees 4. Okay? Not Jason, he was Benjamin. But all the priests, pretty much. Go ahead.
And by him, the daily sacrifice was taken away.
Antiochus, by him, through the wickedness of our people who desire power from him, the sacrifices were taken away and neglected. Due to what? Desiring the sports, the games. Go ahead.
And the place of his sanctuary was cast down, and an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression.
Who no longer desired keeping God's laws, but rather to do the unlawful allowances of the games. Go ahead.
And it cast down the truth to the ground.
Cast down the laws of God to the ground. Go ahead.
And it practiced.
And go ahead.
And prospered.
And it spread, because Israel was evil as hell. All right. Verse 13.
Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot?
So Daniel heard saints ask this question. Get me 13. That saint's going into Matthias when he saw the temple being defiled and so forth. He said, I'm tired of this. That's when he decided to fight back and rebel and revolt. All right, because Daniel saw in the spirit that somebody was going to rise up and ask, how long will this go on? And fight back. All right? So Daniel saw all these things all in his visions. It's crazy. Now go to 11:33 again.
Can we use Revelation 6 for that part?
6 and what?
6 and 10. I was just asking the question.
About the dead?
Yeah, when they say how long?
Yeah, it goes into that too, but that's most of the temple. Yeah.
Daniel chapter 11 and verse 35. And some of them of
yeah, where you at?
Verse 35.
Let me see. Let me go there with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read 35 again.
Yes, sir. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them and to purge and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed.
It's not forever. It's just to a certain time will be fulfilled. These things have to be fulfilled. It says, and some of them of understanding shall fall, okay, to try them. Meaning try who? Their followers, those who follow behind them devoutly. Going into the Jewish Maccabees and then the Hasmonean family, they were going to, it was a temporary win, okay, for the Hasmonean family. Some of them will fall to try and purge and to make them white, meaning to purify them. So we're gonna go into the Hasmoneans' fall. We're gonna go now into the fall of the Hasmoneans, all right? The slow fall. Go to First Maccabees 9 now. Those of you who have any questions, you want to call or text us at 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121 for any comments or questions you may have regarding the topic we're covering so far regarding the Hasmoneans, all right? I think I'll take a break now. We're going to take a quick break, all right? Take a quick break, and we'll be back with First Maccabees 9 regarding the fall of the Hasmoneans, all right? So shalom.
So it is you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying what's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
Hey, man, that thing was fire, ain't it?
Bruh.
Man,
Lit.
bro,
That thing was super lit.
Man. Hey, but look, though, man, I got something I got to tell y'all, bro.
What?
I got a sister that I've been looking at, man.
What
I'm
sister?
I'm going to show it to you right now. Look. This sister right here.
Oh, Judy, you see who that is?
Wait a minute. Is that the...
Yeah.
Oh, that's
no. No.
Too new,
Hey,
bro. Hey,
nah,
look.
bro, you gotta leave her alone.
I'm telling you, bro.
No.
She needs
No,
some
I'm
growing.
telling you.
This is the one for me.
Not right now.
Man, for right now and forever.
Bruh, if you mess with that girl right now, you're gonna be stuck with a dragon on your hand.
Mm-hmm. You know what the scriptures say about that, too. You lay with her, you stay with her.
You right.
So you serious about thinking about... Like I said, she too new, bro.
Bruh,
Just
leave
let
her
her.
alone. For now. Leave her alone, bruh. Leave her alone.
All right, man.
Take the counsel, man. Brother,
All
give
right,
us you some good counsel.
All right, man. My car right here. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow then, man.
All right,
All right,
meditate
bro.
on that, man.
All right,
Meditate
bro.
on that,
All right,
man.
bro.
All right,
Leave
bro.
her alone, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Leave her alone, bro.
You ain't nothing but a ass nigga.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, don't mess with Dragon. Yeah. Listen here and listen clear. This one gonna hit home for some of y'all. Yeah, Didn't we just read it? No, I'm not, I can't see it. If it ain't about God's laws, like Michael, just beat it. You stiff neck and I see it. If it's in the book, then it's needed. The wicked flee with number 2, so sit down and just eat it. Most High said keep it. You out of order, just speaking. Against his law, can't pull it off. You unbelieving, I'm leaving. It's that time of that season. You lying for no reason. Me, if I a woman, please. That is treason, yeah. I need a pillow of rest, not a pillow of stress. My spirit's vexed. A woman like you is worse than death. I wanna do right, but you worse than left. I'd rather be alone than hurt my rep. Temptation hard, gotta watch my step. You gotta watch your step, yeah, watch your step. I'm coming for the kingdom, that's life or death, yeah. You say you don't clean, girl, that's out. So please pass that tea, hit the side and get out. One again. You say you don't clean, girl, that's out. So please pass that tea, hit the side and get out. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Tell me how that fire feel. Didn't listen, now Dragon live inside your crib. Don't cook, can't clean, and shit talkative. You wanna smoke, now you're getting all of it. Don't perceive the things I'm saying strange. Play the game, you got yourself to blame. We tried to tell you don't focus on the frame. That picture perfect Dame, a serpent man. Got horns inside the brain, it's such a shame. Was hoping she would change and still remain. Before she crazy, now she plain deranged. Laughing stock is what you done became. Hit because you're burning, now you're flames. Dragon lady acting so unhinged. Heard you had a fight and blows exchange. And all because you couldn't show restraint. Wow, it's amazing what could happen when you don't prove somebody and behind closed doors y'all tapping. Your lust was used for a distraction. You was about that action, now you're dealing with a dragon. It's amazing what could happen when you don't prove somebody and behind closed doors y'all tapping. Your lust was used for a distraction. You was about that action, now you're dealing with a dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
I'd rather dwell at the corner of a housetop than in a wide house with a brawling woman. I'd rather have a wild lion out the jungle as a pet to feed. But nowadays is what they call a woman. That demon coming with her chest out, bumping you with it with pants on spiritually, but it was all for nothing. She said shalom real sweet and bowed down since she got your love. Realized she believe in nothing. She searched the whole world just to find you. She reveal her real self when it's time to. You gotta hit her with the scripture, say I tried to. The lady say she love the Lord, she a liar too. My brother didn't prove a friend, he inquired you. You gotta listen to your Lord, you required to. He in such a low estate that he really can't wait for you to go on a fornicate so he can fire you. You that old ball and chain that he tied to. You can look into his eyes, see it tied to. Going through the kind of pain you gotta strive through. He need the power of the Lord to survive you. All the hurdles and the hoops that he climbed through. If he could, then he would try and hide you. But if he hide who we seek, and she still ain't the street, knowing we gon' see it all when we slide through. Every time you try to talk, you gotta speak to. Take a little step forward and she walk too. You gotta constantly endurance to rock too. You gotta really go to war, bro, you got to. Every time you do the work, she try to stop you. Got a wide open shot, she'll block you. You trying to make it to the top, and she'll drop you. And now you realize that you should've took the counsel and been like, no.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
given to the 12.
It's time for y'all to pull your head out the ass and wake up.
All right, we're back. Back from the break. We are entering into the fall of the Hasmoneans, or the slow fall, I should say. All right, let's get first Maccabees 9:1.
Yes, sir. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 9 and verse 1. Furthermore, when Demetrius heard that Nicanor and his hosts were slain in battle, he sent Bacchides and alchemists into the land of Judea the second time, and with them the chief strength of his hosts, who went forth by the way that leadeth to Galgala, and pitched their tents before Masaloth, which is in Arbela. And after they had won it, they slew much people.
Damn. Go ahead.
Also the first month of the 152nd year, they encamped before Jerusalem, from whence they removed and went to Berea with 20,000 footmen and 2,000 horsemen. Now Judas had pitched his tents at Elisa, and 3,000 chosen men with him, who, seeing the multitude of the other army to be so great, were sore afraid. Whereupon many convened themselves out of the host, and so much as there abode of them no more but 800 men.
Damn, so he went from 3,000 men. They saw that army and said, well, we out.
Yep.
You know, he went down from 3,000 to 800 men. That's a huge loss. Go ahead.
When Judas therefore saw that his host slipped away, and that the battle pressed upon him, he was sore troubled in mind and much distressed, for that he had no time to gather them together.
He had no time to find reinforcements. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, unto them that remained, he said, let us arise and go up against our enemies, if peradventure we may be able to fight with them.
To the hell with it. I'm going to use what I have. 800 men? That's good enough. Go ahead. I'll fight what we have. Go ahead.
But they dehorded him.
They dehorded him means that they insisted no. They disagreed. They advised him not to. Let's not do this, Judas. That's not. There's too many men. Go ahead.
Saying, we shall never be able. Let us now rather save our lives, and hereafter we will return with our brethren.
Let's just retreat for now and come back on more men, they told him. Go ahead.
And fight against them.
And fight against them afterwards. Go ahead.
For we are but few.
There's not enough. There's only 800 of us. It's not enough. Go ahead.
Then Judas said, God forbid that I should do this thing and flee away from them. If our time be come, let us die manfully for our brethren, and let us not stain our honor.
Damn. He said, if it's our time, it's our time. We got to go. Go ahead.
That's right.
With that, the host of Bacchides removed out of their tents and stood over against them, their horsemen being divided into two troops, and their slingers and archers going before the host. And they that marched in the forward were all mighty men. As for Bacchides, he was in the right wing, so the host drew near on the two parts and sounded their trumpets. They also of Judas' side, even they sounded their trumpets also, so that the earth shook at the noise of the armies. And the battle continued from morning till night.
Damn. Go ahead. The battle lasted hours. Go ahead.
Now when Judas perceived that Bacchides and the strength of his army were on the right side, he took with him all the hardy men.
All the bravest men. Go ahead.
Who discomfited the right wing and pursued them unto the Mount Ozodus.
So they managed to defeat the right wing and chase them off. Go ahead.
But when they of the left wing saw that they of the right wing were discomforted, they followed upon Judas and those that were with him hard.
So Judas and his men are chasing the right wing away, and the left wing is chasing behind Judas as they're chasing behind the right wing. Go ahead.
They followed upon Judas and those that were with him hard at the heels from behind. Whereupon there was a sore battle, and so much as many were slain on both parts.
Damn, go ahead.
Judas also was killed.
Damn, go ahead.
And the remnant fled.
The remnant left. So remember, it says they shall fall. Eventually they would fall. Like Daniel said, they were going to eventually lose. It was not going to last forever. Go ahead.
Then Jonathan and Simon took Judas their brother and buried him in the sepulchre of his fathers in Modin. Moreover, they bewailed him And all Israel made great lamentation for him, and mourned many days, saying, How is the valiant man fallen that delivered Israel? As for the other things concerning Judas, and his wars, and noble acts which he did, and his greatness, they are not written, for they were very many.
There's too many to write. He did so much battles, so much fighting, you can't fit it in the book. Go ahead.
Now after the death of Judas, the wicked began to put forth their heads in all the coasts of Israel.
As soon as the righteous leader dies, here come the evil Negroes. Here we go.
The hell is
Go ahead.
And there arose up all such as wrought iniquity.
Damn, because Judas is the one he was killing them. They were afraid of him. Once he died, they rose up. Go ahead.
In those days also was there a very great famine, by reason whereof the country revolted, and with them.
And went with those who went with the wicked back in verse 23. That's where the famine came. Is to start going the hell off, found behind the wicked people, and God sent the famine against us. Go ahead.
Then Maccabees chose the wicked men and made them lords of the country.
Maccabees chose those same wicked men that rose up when Judas died and made them leaders. Go ahead.
And they made inquiry and searched for Judas' friends and brought them unto Maccabees, who took vengeance of them.
And he killed Judas' friends, those who fought with him in battle. Go ahead.
And used them despitefully.
Killed them. Go ahead.
So was there a great affliction in Israel, and like whereof was not since the time that a prophet was not seen among them.
Damn, go ahead.
For this cause, all Judas' friends came together and said unto Jonathan, Since thy brother Judas died, we have no man like him to go forth against our enemies, and Maccabees, and against them of our own nation that are adversaries to us.
Wow. Maccabees and against them of our own nation that are adversaries to us. Like Deacon Malachi brought out in class this past Sabbath about us being our own adversaries. The gang violence, the drill music, it's the same thing. Right. Same evil going on. You got simple ass Jay-Z and Fat Joe talk about don't use their lyrics against them. Why? Do you rich niggas live in the ghetto? Y'all don't even live there. What you worry about them? What you worry about them getting locked up for? You don't live in those areas. That's the part that kills me, man. I'm digressing, but this is going into the point about how our own people become our adversaries. And you got the wealthy or rich of our people trying to protect these dudes from doing all this evil and bragging about it in their lyrics and saying, oh, no, protect them. No, what the hell for?
It's a reverse psychology because now the rappers think that they actually care for them, but they actually care for their money because they're the only ones going crazy for that music.
Yeah.
They're the ones selling out the concerts, selling out and shooting up the concerts. So they actually care for their money.
Yeah, and because some of these rappers do sign in their labels too. So that means if they're gonna sing about it, if they get locked up, like you said, they're gonna lose their money.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. You got a text? Let's see what we got here.
Yes, shalom, OHH leadership. Most High in Christ bless. A lot of this history is documented in the Apocrypha and is a clear identifier of the nations on earth.
Right.
Around what time period was Apocrypha excluded from the Bible? Sister Pamela Israel.
Well, 1800s, by the Protestants. 1800s. The Catholics had it removed out of the so-called Christian Bibles, allowed themselves to keep it in their own Catholic Bibles because of the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
All right. And speaking of, since we're talking about Rome and things of that nature, real quick, play this video real quick, because I mentioned earlier how America is an extension of Rome, and I showed you a clip of the guy talking about how America is Rome. We're in a dictatorship. We are. But watch this clip here. Check this out.
Anna from Baltimore, Maryland, with this one.
I was wondering, where are we as far as the United States in the Bible today?
Pause. Now, the sister asked that question. Don't think she asked that question for no reason. I guarantee you she heard the Israelites teach that. I guarantee you.
Right, yep.
That's why she's asking that question. Let me ask the white man. Where is America in the Bible? Because I heard these Negroes in the streets saying America's in the Bible. So let me ask this old pastor here. He probably a pastor or a scholar of some kind. Let me ask him if America is in the Bible. Shout out to Soldier Caleb for sending this video. This is some good stuff right here. From Philly. Shout out to you, bro. Soldier Caleb. Thanks a lot. Rewind it a little bit. Rewind it some. That's clearly a sister's voice. You know, we got distinct voices. Rewind it back. Right there.
Here's Diana from Baltimore, Maryland, with this one.
From Baltimore, Diana.
I was wondering, where are we as far as the United States in the Bible today?
You know, it's kind of hard to find. If you look at Ezekiel, you find what is called the young lions of Tarshish. Tarshish was the area beyond the Mediterranean, you know, the little place, probably England, was known as Tarshish. There was the far distant. And
Pause. Tarshish is Spain.
Right.
Okay? So don't fall for that. No, there's many scholars that for the most part agree that Tarshish is Spain. Some have said it's America. Very, very few scholars say it's America. It's not. It's Spain. It's in the Mediterranean Sea. It's Spain. Now, understand, what Esau does is whenever he answers a question like that one, he's going to throw out nonsense first. And then he's going to throw the truth afterwards. So you make the choice in your own mind which one you choose. If you're learned, you'll get it. If you're not, you'll receive the first answer he's giving you, which is BS. But the next answers he gives are the right answers. Watch.
The author of confusion.
The author of confusion, yes. Watch.
I think if there was ever a reference to the United States, it is that reference, the young lions of Tarshish, which we are, we're descendants. But I've heard people say that we're the mystery Babylon.
Pause.
Mother.
I've heard people say that we are the mystery Babylon. What people? Who's saying that but us?
That's right.
That's why he's saying it, because he knows the sister's asking that question, and he knows where she got that question from.
Right.
She says, so I've heard with a mystery Babylon. Watch. Keep going. Watch this.
Harlots.
Mother of harlots.
There's a lot of stuff in there about the United States that if you read it in, but it's very hard. You have to do a little mental gymnastics to get to that place.
Pause. You got to research.
Study.
Study. Read a book. Mental gymnastics means you can't be a dumbass. Listen to drill music, a bunch of mumbling, tight pants wearing niggas. You can't listen to that stuff. You gotta be reading books.
Hey, D, he said it's in there. It's there.
Right. He's gonna tell you where. Watch. Keep going.
The truth is, the United States per se is not really mentioned in the Bible.
Pause. He said America. The truth is, America per se is not the word America is not in the Bible. He's right. He's right about that. But he's saying to you, it is in there, but it's not called America. Watch.
We know that so many miracles happen to even have a United States.
Well, when you look at the kingdoms that came, the various kingdoms that came, we're an extension of Rome.
Boom! Pause. We're an extension of Rome. He's telling you. And he said earlier, we're descendants of. So Americans are descendants of Romans.
He says various kingdoms.
There's various kingdoms. And he says we are an extension of Rome. Watch. Keep going. Rewind us some. It's a little bit. Right there.
Well, when you look at the kingdoms that came, the various kingdoms that came, we're an extension of Rome. Rome was the last of the kingdoms that were seen by Daniel, and there was the Greeks and various ones, the Alexander the Great and so forth. I think we are a continuation of Rome, and but.
Interesting. That makes sense.
We're a greater. The truth is, the United States is greater than all those guys put together.
Yes, it is.
None of them even close to the size of the United States.
Nope.
The power of the United States.
Nope.
The wealth of the United States.
Nope.
They're pikers compared to what we have here in this country.
True.
So this is the last great kingdom.
Pause.
And
Don't. This
there.
is the last great kingdom.
Bam.
How you know it's the last one? Because that's Daniel 7 and 5.
I see. You're the best.
Jeez.
Can't make it up.
Rewind it again. They have a chance to bomb again. Rewind it again.
Yeah.
You can't let that go without bombs. You gotta play that back.
He's lost over there. Look at him. He's
Jeez.
lost.
Hey, he might let it. He might tell the truth. He ain't got much time left. My man, all of 120.
And that's what they always do when they get to that age.
Yo, look at his eyes open now.
When they get honest.
He could have opened his eyes.
Like,
Now all
oh,
of a sudden-
yeah, I might as well. My lungs. Here's last kingdom. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I'm about to. It is what it is. But he said, remember, he said you have to do mental exercise in order to get to that point to find out.
Play that.
Play it.
What you gotta do? Just
size
watch
of the
us.
United States, the power of the United States, the wealth of the United States. They're pikers compared to what we have here in this country. So this is the last great kingdom, and the kingdom that will last forever will be the kingdom of God. So I think we're here to usher in the coming of the great kingdom. Which
Oh
is
my
the kingdom
God!
of the Lord Jesus Christ.
He's telling you.
Caller Alan.
What more do you need? What more do you need?
Hey, that's from the white man.
He's telling you that if they're an extension of Rome, that means that we're what? That's the 10 toes. I keep telling y'all, man, we're not regular up here. We're not regular people. We know things.
Right.
You understand? These guys know we are a threat. That's why they remove us from YouTube. Because we say this, and when that woman there answered that question, she's like, well, damn, that means the Israelites is right.
Right.
So he had the co-sign we've been saying. She's from Baltimore, so you know she heard us teaching. Right. If not us, some other camp was teaching America is Babylon the Great. He said the exact same thing. He said America's not in the Bible per se. Why? Because it's Babylon the Great. It's the fifth kingdom or the fourth extension, the extension of the fourth kingdom of Daniel, the 10 toes. That is America.
And it's a mystery.
And they say it's the last kingdom that will usher in the eternal kingdom of Jesus Christ.
Right.
So when Christ's kingdom comes, this one can't be here. That's what he's saying.
He says we are in to usher in the
Right,
kingdom.
to usher in.
Yep.
And
the way he
saw
put
the
it,
end of the world. I'm sorry. Esau's the end of the world. He knows he's saying the same thing.
right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the way he introduced that still shows great pride.
Mhm.
It still shows great pride. He knows it's gonna happen, but it's prideful to be the one to usher the end.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Not ushering the beginning, they're ushering the end. They're ushering. Ushering. America is ushering in the end of the time of the Gentiles.
Right. Fact.
What's that say here?
Okay. It's a little off topic. We still want to get in it. Xerxes.
I don't know why I tell you I ask you questions based on the topic, but go ahead and answer.
All right. So, Shalom, Deacon Most High in Christ, blessed. Did Nehemiah serve King Xerxes the first or Artaxerxes the first? Because the Bible book you used said it was Artaxerxes the first, and Queen Esther was his stepmother, which possibly set him up as a cupbearer.
Good question. Xerxes the first or Artaxerxes? I believe it was Artaxerxes. Because I know I made mention about the queen being there. So that's a good question. Let me see. If you spark my curiosity, give me that Bible, the Nehemiah Bible maps. Oh, it's right there. Let me see it. He posted it. Good. Let me see it. Blow it up. Bring it in. Xerxes the first.
Oh, it says it, Deacon. That's why.
During the time of who?
Go down and read it.
Artaxerxes.
Go down.
Right.
It says, the events of the book of Ezra begin during the reign of Cyrus, 538 BC. The book of Nehemiah fits within the reign of Artaxerxes the first of Persia, 465 to 24 BC. Esther was Artaxerxes' stepmother.
Okay.
And it is possible that she arranged Nehemiah's appointment as the king's cupbearer.
She still would have been alive, is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been alive at that point, Esther. So Artaxerxes. Go ahead, keep going.
Nehemiah left Persia in the 20th year of Artaxerxes, chapter 2, verse 1. Returned to Persia in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, chapter 13, verse 6. And left again for Jerusalem after certain days.
Okay, so Artaxerxes. So go back to his question again. So it would have been Esther. She might have been older by the time.
Yeah, so did Nehemiah serve?
He served Artaxerxes.
King
But the
Xerxes
queen,
or Artaxerxes?
but Queen Esther was the stepmother, which possibly set him up as cupbearer. Possibly, I can't say, but it doesn't say that she was behind that. So I can't. That question is more so of a conjecture. I can't really give you a concrete answer regarding whether she was responsible for him becoming the cupbearer. But whether she was present, possibly yes.
Yeah. Some mental gymnastics will get you there.
Yeah, mental gymnastics. Mental gymnastics. All right, thank you, Samuel. Appreciate it, man. Got my curiosity for a second.
Yes.
All right, where we at?
First Maccabees 9 and verse 26.
All right, we're gonna try to finish up chapter 9 because that chapter is mad long, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna try to finish chapter 9 at least.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees chapter 9, verse 26. And they made inquiry and searched for Judah's friends and brought them unto Bacchides, who took vengeance of them and used them despitefully. So was there a great affliction in Israel, and like whereof was not since the time that a prophet was not seen among them. For this cause all Judah's friends came together and said unto Jonathan, since thy brother Judas died, we have no man like him to go forth against our enemies and Bacchides, and against them of our own nation that are adversaries to us.
Our own nation that are adversaries to us, including alchemists and the wicked, those who are wicked that rose up against their own people when Judas died. Go ahead.
The hell is
Now
this?
therefore we have chosen thee this day to be our prince and captain in his stead, that thou mayest fight our battles.
So Jonathan was to replace Judas. Go ahead.
Upon this, Jonathan took the governance upon him at that time, and rose up instead of his brother Judas. But when Bacchides got knowledge thereof, he sought for to slay him. Then Jonathan and Simon his brother, and all that were with him, perceiving that, fled into the wilderness of Thekio, and pitched their tents by the water of the pool of Asphar, which when Bacchides understood, he came near to Jordan with all his hosts upon the Sabbath day.
Go ahead.
Now Jonathan had sent his brother John, a captain of the people, to pray his friends the Nabathites, that they might leave with them their carriage, which was much.
So Jonathan sent Johanan. John is Johanan. Okay? And you read 1 Maccabees 2, you have 5 brothers. Judas is dead. You had Judas, Eleazar, Johanan, Jonathan, and Simon. Eleazar's dead, crushed by an elephant. Judas has died in battle. That leaves you 3 brothers left: Simon, Johanan, and Jonathan. So Johanan, or John, is the captain of Jonathan's army. Okay, read on.
But the children of Jambri came out of Medeba and took John and all that he had, and went their way with him.
So these heathens captured Johanan. All right, captured him. Go ahead.
After this came word to Jonathan and Simon his brother, that the children of Jambri made a great marriage.
They had a wedding now. Go ahead.
And were bringing the bride from Nadabatha with a great train, as being the daughter of one of the great princes of Canaan.
These are Hamites. These are Hamites. Jambrians are Hamites. Go ahead.
Therefore, they remembered John their brother, and went up and hid themselves under the covert of the mountain.
Trying to find these guys that took their brother. Go ahead.
Where they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, there was much ado and great carriage, and the bridegroom came forth, and his friends and brethren, to meet them with drums and instruments of music and many weapons. Then Jonathan and they that were with him rose up against them from the place where they lay in ambush, and made a slaughter of them in such sort.
We crashed their wedding. The hell with them. Go ahead.
All praise.
As many fell down dead, and the remnant fled into the mountain, and they took all their spoil.
Go ahead.
Thus was the marriage turned into mourning.
Very good. Go ahead.
And the noise of their melody into lamentation. So when they had avenged fully the blood of their brother, they turned again to the march of
So
Jordan.
these Canaanites had a wedding. Before they had a wedding, they went and robbed and captured Jonathan and stole his belongings and took him and killed him. So we killed them in their wedding. So now you have 2 left. So Johanan's dead now. Eleazar's dead now. Judas is dead now. It leaves you Simon and Jonathan are left. Now there's 2 out of the 5 brothers left. What we got here? Text here. What we have? So this is the fall. This is the fall of the Hasmoneans. The fall of the Hasmoneans. Now we're down from 5 to 2 brothers now. Go ahead. What you got?
Shalom, Deacon, Most High in Christ bless. I remember reading that the Assyrians eventually became the Pharisees. Any truth to that?
Yes, I'm getting to that when we get to Rome. The answer to that question is yes. They became the Pharisees. There's much more history rooted in that than just that. So I'm going to try to touch on to that a little bit. That's good. Yep. Excellent question. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 42. So when they had avenged fully the blood of their brother, they turned again to the marsh of Jordan. Now when Bacchides heard hereof, he came on the Sabbath day unto the banks of Jordan with a great power. Then Jonathan said to his company, Let us go up now and fight for our lives, for it standeth not with us today, as in time past. For behold, the battle is before us and behind us, and the water of Jordan on this side and that side, and the marsh likewise of wood. Neither is there place for us to turn aside. Wherefore, cry ye now unto heaven, that ye may be delivered from the hand of your enemies. With that, they joined battle, and Jonathan stretched forth his hand to smite Bacchides, but he turned back from him. Then Jonathan and they that were with him leapt into Jordan and swam over unto the further bank.
Damn, you started swimming. Go ahead.
Howbeit the other passed not over Jordan unto them. So there were slain of Bacchides' side that day about 1,000 men. Afterward returned Bacchides to Jerusalem and repaired the strong cities in Judea, the fort in Jericho, and Emmaus, and Bethhoron, and Bethel, and Thamatha, and Pharathoni, and Tephon. These did he strengthen with high walls, with gates, and with bars. And in them he set a garrison, that they might work malice upon Israel. He fortified also the city of Bethsura, and Gazara, and the tower, and put forces in them, and provisions of victuals. Besides, he took the chief men's sons in the country for hostages, and put them into the tower at Jerusalem to be kept. Moreover, in the 153rd year, in the 2nd month, Alchemists commanded that the wall of the inner court of the sanctuary should be pulled down.
This guy's the worst, man.
This the same guy, Deacon?
Same alchemist, the same alchemist. Don't start, Jez. Don't start, man. This dude, damn alchemist, my stomach hurt, man. Let's go. We don't. Nah, man, no.
You gotta get rid of this guy, Deacon.
No, man, you gotta go, man. Go ahead.
Moreover, in the 153rd year, in the 2nd month, Alchemists commanded that the wall of the inner court of the sanctuary should be pulled down. He pulled down also the works of the prophets.
Wow. Go ahead.
And as he had begun to pull down, even at that time was Alchemist plague.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Go
ahead.
And his enterprises hindered.
Go ahead.
For his mouth was stopped.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
And he was taken with a palsy.
Oh, man. He got immediate palsy. He was like, pull the wall down. It's a wrap. Hell with you, alchemist, you evil nigga, you. Die slow. What we got?
That's right.
For his mouth was stopped, and he was taken with a palsy, so that he could no more speak anything.
Damn, go ahead.
Nor give order concerning his house.
Wow, go ahead.
So Alchemist died at that time with great torment.
Yes,
All
died in
praise
pain too. All praise to the Lord.
Shut your white mouth.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Verse 57. Now when Bacchides saw that Alchemist was dead, he turned to the king, whereupon the land of Judah was in rest 2 years.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Then all the ungodly held a council, saying, Behold, Jonathan and his company are at ease, and dwell without care. Now therefore we will bring Bacchides hither, who shall take them all in one night. So they went and consulted with him.
Guys, got Bacchides, man. He's relentless. Go ahead.
Then removed he, and came with a great host, and sent letters privily to his adherents in Judea, that they should take Jonathan and those that were with him. Howbeit they could not, because their counsel was known unto them.
You knew about them already. Go ahead. You knew their plans already. Go ahead.
Wherefore they took of the men of the country that were authors of that mischief, about 50 persons, and slew them.
So Jonathan killed them. And he went trying to conspire to have him killed under Maccabees' orders. Got put to death. 50 men. We killed 50 men. Go ahead.
Afterward, Jonathan and Simon and they that were with him got them away to Bethbasi, which is in the wilderness, and they repaired the caves thereof and made it strong. Which thing when Maccabees knew, he gathered together all his hosts and sent word to them that were of Judea. Then went he and laid siege against Bethbasi, and they fought against it a long season and made engines of war. But Jonathan left his brother Simon in the city and went forth himself into the country, and with a certain number went he forth. And he smote Odonorches and his brethren and the children of Pharon in their tent. And when he began to smite them, he came up with his forces. Simon and his company went out of the city and burned up the engines of war.
Damn,
and fought against Maccabees, who was discomforted by them.
There we go.
And they afflicted him sore, for his counsel and travail was in vain.
Was in vain. Go ahead.
Wherefore he was very wroth at the wicked men that gave him counsel to come into the country, insomuch as he slew many of them.
So he told him to come into the country, but we knew he was coming, so he lost a lot of men. So he killed those men. The men that told him to come in the country, he killed them. Go ahead.
And purposed to return into his own country. Whereof when Jonathan had knowledge, he sent ambassadors unto him, to the end he should make peace with him, and deliver them the prisoners. Which thing he accepted, and did according to the demands, and swear unto him that he would never do him harm all the days of his life.
Leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. Go ahead.
When therefore he had restored unto him the prisoners that he had taken aforetime out of the land of Judea, he returned and went his way into his own land. Neither came he any more into their borders.
Go ahead.
Thus the sword ceased from Israel, but Jonathan dwelt at Maccabees and began to govern the people, and he destroyed the ungodly men out of Israel.
You be killing niggas. We ain't got time for y'all. Put you to death. Put your evil black behinds to death. We ain't got time for you.
That's right.
What we got here? Next text.
All right, shalom, shalom, OHH leadership.
No, this is O, right? This is all something different. Okay, go ahead.
Please bear with me. This is clicking in my head. So the Hasmoneans are from the Maccabees family. Which of the 12 tribes are the Maccabees from?
Come on, sis. We paying
Come
attention.
on, sis.
Come on now. Levi.
Come on,
Now,
sis. Come on.
Why you ask that?
the reason why is the Hasmoneans are the Maccabees is because, remember, Mattathias, his father, his name was Simon. His father's name was Simon. So the word Ha is the Hebrew for the. So it's the Samoan or Simeon family, because he's a house of Simeon. So there's a Levite family of the house of a man named Simon or Simeon. So there has the Hasmonean or Simeon family, Hasmonean. It's the same family.
Right. So I could get her question because while this great history is going on, there's little mention about the Levites, you know.
I mentioned Levi.
I know you did, Dick. You my peoples, but
go over
I
it
guess
again.
just not enough, you know. Maybe a little bit more, because obviously the audience didn't know. So we could do it a little bit more.
First Maccabees 2. We go over there again. First Maccabees 2.
All right, we good.
Let's go First Maccabees 2 and 1. I am hurting heart.
No, actually, I'm feeling for our audience.
You're feeling for the audience.
Yes, I'm advocating for the audience.
The audience of one person. Right. Yeah, that's the audience.
I'm pretty sure.
No one else feels this way.
No.
Jazz, you was doing good, man.
First Maccabees 2 and 1. I'm going to be a better person. I'm being better, Jazz. I'm being better. First Maccabees 2 and 1. To find out where the term Hasmonean comes from.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon.
Son of who?
The son of Simeon.
The son of Simeon what?
A priest.
So he was a Levite. Only the Levites can be priests. So he was a Levite. Okay, but he was a son. Mattathias was the son of John, and his grandfather's name was Simeon. Simeon had John, John had Mattathias. So he's called the Hasmonean Hasmonean dynasty, or Hasmonean family, based upon his father Simeon. Not the tribe, but the name. The name Simeon is very common. It's Simon, Simeon, same thing. Okay? But these are priests, Levites, okay?
That's why,
they dwelt in Modin.
My friend, I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hassan. Thank you, sir. So,
all praises. Great question. Man. Great question.
Yeah. So we got any more questions or text? You're more than welcome to ask now. We still have some time. Do I want First Maccabees 10? Yes. Give me First Maccabees 10. I want to enter into a new guide now. First Maccabees 10, because you mentioned Antiochus Epiphanes and his brother Seleucus Philopator. Remember Seleucus Philopator? The fourth, I believe, he was the brother of Antiochus Epiphanes, right? The fourth. And Seleucus died in battle, and his son Antiochus, I call him little Antiochus. Little Antiochus was like 5 years old. He reigned till like he was 10, and then Antiochus Epiphanes, his uncle, put him to death and took over the throne. Okay. Now remember, Seleucus Philopator, in exchange for his brother being removed from being hostage at Rome, he took his son Demetrius and put him as hostage to get Antiochus Epiphanes out, because the Romans preferred to have your son or your child rather than your sibling. So that's why it was easy for him to give his son Demetrius away as a hostage to the Romans and get his brother back out of their hands, whatever, because that's his son. So Demetrius ended up being put as hostage while Antiochus Epiphanes got his freedom. Then when Antiochus Epiphanes died, his son Antiochus Eupator and his protector Lysias took over. Then Demetrius comes back out of being a hostage and kills Antiochus' son the same way Antiochus killed his brother. So Antiochus Eupator and Lysias were killed, and Demetrius took his place. All right? So let's read on.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Watch this.
In the 160th year, Alexander, the son of Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes.
So you got Antiochus' son named Alexander. This is Alexander Balas. This is Antiochus Epiphanes' son, one of his sons. Alexander Balas. They say that it's unconfirmed if he's his son or not, but he claimed to be his son, so I'm going to say it's his son. But so Alexander, not Alexander the Great, this is Alexander Balas. Because Alexander the Great is dead and gone. And he was very, very, very gay. I didn't get any kids. He was the girlfriend, so he was the wife. Well, I doubt he was having any girlfriend. Anyway, I'm
fish.
Bang, bang, taking shots at the Edomites. How about you, your gayness? Anyway, so Alexander Balas was the son of Antiochus Epiphanes. So Antiochus Eupator, this is his brother, Alexander Balas. Okay, read on. Read from the top.
Yes, sir. In the 160th year, Alexander, the son of Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, went up and took Ptolemais, for the people have received him, by means whereof he reigned there.
Because he was a rightful king. He was Antiochus Epiphanes' son. Go ahead.
Now when King Demetrius heard thereof, he gathered together an exceeding great host, and went forth against him to fight.
So now you have cousins fighting each other. These are cousins going to war with each other. Demetrius here. Demetrius will be, his name is, do I write his name down? Demetrius. Demetrius kills Lysias. It's Demetrius the first. I never wrote his name down. Demetrius the first. All right, he's fighting with Alexander Balas. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Moreover, Demetrius sent letters unto Jonathan with loving words.
Oh, so Demetrius sent loving words to Jonathan. Remember, he's behind Nicanor. He's behind Bacchide. He's behind all these guys trying to overthrow us. Now he wants to kiss up to us now. Read on. It's going to say why. Read on.
So as he magnified him, for said he, let us first make peace with him, before he joined with Alexander against us.
Right, let's ally with him, because if he joins Alexander Balas, it'll be a problem. We got a call? I'll take the call. We got time. I will take the call. So I'm just introducing to y'all the new villain and the new villain of this history. You got Alexander Balas. You had Demetrius. You had Antiochus the Great. You had Antiochus Epiphanes. You had Antiochus Eupator, Lysias. You had Philip. Now you have Demetrius, the first. Now you have before that you had Seleucus before that. Then Antiochus Eupator. Then you had Demetrius. Now you have Alexander Bayless. What we got? Who we got calling now?
Hey, caller, you are live on OHH Radio. What's your name, where you calling from, and what is your question?
Shalom, this is Sister Pamela Israel.
Oh, sis, you calling, texting? Damn, all right, all praises, sis. What's going on?
Shalom, my sister's paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm amazed in the truth, but I've always loved history.
Mm-hmm.
I was explaining to the officer that I always pay attention to details, so I know it might seem a little bit remedial.
That's fine.
But those are little things that clicked in me, and just love this education, edification.
All praises.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
Sis,
So
what
I had
tribe
to
you
call.
from? Sis, what tribe you from?
I am Judah.
Judah. All praises. I know how you was waiting for. You to say Levi, but it's
No,
not
I
gonna
wasn't going to say that.
It's not going to happen today.
No, listen. You know, it's rare to find a Judite that is actually interested in Levi.
You know what? I ain't got time for this.
All
man.
praises
I ain't got
to
time
the
for this.
I have always,
Sis, we
I
saying?
have always been told I'm a little different.
All praise. We appreciate you.
I appreciate this show so much. I appreciate all the leadership. Just so thankful and glad to the Most High to be in the truth.
All praise to the Most High, sis.
But I'm a babe, so y'all take it easy on me.
Of course. You know,
No problem.
this is college level, man, so you got to take your time. This is not easy stuff, so take your time.
All praises.
Yes.
Thank you for calling,
All right,
sis. Thanks for your support.
All praises.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up on that. On that note, it's 3:21. I introduced Alexander Bayless, Antiochus Epiphanes' son, unconfirmed son, but I'll say his son nonetheless. Alexander Bayless and Demetrius are now fighting for power. Who will win? Who will lose? You'll find out, Lord's will, next week. And see what benefit, and see when in the midst of that battle between Demetrius and Alexander, how will it benefit the Hasmonean family? We're gonna check all that out next week, Lord's will. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Shout outs to the IT team. Excellent job today. Shout outs to the breakfast team. I keep burping and I keep getting hiccups, so the food was good, obviously.
All praises. Shout out to Officer Don.
Shout outs to Officer Don. And any announcements that need to be brought forth?
Yes, sir. Hey,
Today.
Israel, let's give Deacon a hand for that class once again. Great class. All praise the Most High. Israel, if you like what you see, you can always go on our Hidden History Radio and rewatch the classes. We are on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button so you know when we go live. Every episode is on there. Don't forget to donate also on PayPal to iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. Once again, that's iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. In the comment section, you can put OHH. Also, don't forget to follow our other Philly channels on YouTube. You got Philadelphia in the Classroom and IUIC Philly, where you can see all the videos from the deacon, captains, and officers of IUIC Philly. Let's not neglect the Booster Club as well. You can donate on PayPal to iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Once again, iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org, that this truth can be pushed through the four corners of the earth so we can go home. All right. Lastly, let's not neglect to support IUIC TV, where we can get exclusive content from the bishop and deacons. All right. With that, Israel, that's it.
All right. So, Lord's will, hopefully, we'll see y'all next week for another episode of our Hidden History Radio regarding Demetrius and who else? Alexander Bayless.
Yep.
So, with that, hope you guys tune in next week. And we say shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Until then.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Enemies are teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know it? History, yeah.
Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know it? History,
Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, Peter on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. I got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh